So, my name is John. Thank you for coming out today. I'm from the Institute for Quantum Computing. I'm here to talk a little bit about grad studies at IQC. Won't really spend too much time because I'll be around for the rest of the day as well. Definitely feel free to stop by. I'll be either in this room or hanging out downstairs at our booth or the exhibit. But just a couple quick points. So, we talk a lot about quantum information science, and I just want to emphasize, this is something that's come up in every single talk, is that quantum information science is not just one thing. It really is a field that uses these principles to transform information in new ways with applications and contributions needed from many different fields. So we do need people studying this through the lens of computer science, computer engineering, mathematics, cryptography, chemistry, physics, electrical engineering. All these different sorts of fields have skills that are needed to help develop this field and realize some of these applications. Things like quantum computing, things like quantum communication, building new kinds of quantum sensors, new kinds of material science. All of these different things need people with various backgrounds to come work together and start trying to understand each other's language a little bit. As well as foundations, as well as just understanding, there are still fundamental questions that we have to ask ourselves about what the heck quantum mechanics is and what the heck quantum mechanics implies. It's an old field, it's been around for a long time, we know a lot of things about it, but we don't know everything about it. So at the University of Waterloo, we have the Institute for Quantum Computing. We've been around for about 20 years. We were founded in 2002. We have a couple buildings on the University of Waterloo campus, the Quantum Nano Center here and the Research Advancement Center here. For those of you joining online who might not know where Waterloo is, we're about an hour south, depending on traffic, of Toronto. We have about 30 independent research groups, so 30 or so faculty member, and over 250 members in total, including about 200 graduate students, as well as technical and administrative staff. Representation we have from 7 University of Waterloo departments, so there are professors from physics, chemistry, electrical engineering, computer science, pure mathematics, applied mathematics, and combinatorics and optimization working at IQC, often collaboratively to help solve some of these research problems. We are part of a larger quantum ecosystem in the city of Waterloo. So you might have heard of places like the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics. There's a lot of collaboration that happens between both of those two institutes. We have a lot of funding from the federal government, for example, the Transformative Quantum Technologies Program, and incubators for startups like the Quantum Valley Ideas Lab, resources like the Quantum Nanofabrication and Characterization Facility for developing some of these devices, as well as oodles of startups that have spun out from places like IQC, as well as been attracted to the region because of the work done at the University of Waterloo in institutes like IQC. So I'm here today to talk just a little bit about graduate studies at IQC. We have these stats are a little bit out of date, but we have about 170 to 200 graduate students and have graduated over 300 students over the last 20 years. We do have quantum information specialized degrees, so the degree is still through a home department. It is not a degree in quantum computing, but what it is a degree in physics with a specialization in quantum computing, or a degree in pure mathematics with a specialization in quantum computing. So there's a couple extra courses you have to take, a couple extra seminar requirements, and the research project has to be related to quantum information science. But other than that, you are getting all the skills you would get out of a normal degree in physics, chemistry, pure mathematics, whatever your background and interest lies, but also gaining the experience in quantum information science and gaining a degree that says that in paper. Okay, so the collaborative QI program, it is about half of the students do come at it from physics, but we do have representation from all 7 departments as well. And the research areas can go anywhere. We have, as mentioned, 30 independent research groups. These span all these topics and more, things like trapped ion implementations, superconducting circle implementations, photonics, quantum key distribution, quantum safe cryptography, quantum algorithms, quantum chemistry, quantum simulation, high energy physics simulation, nanofabricated devices, quantum error correction, quantum games, spintronics. If there is something you're interested in that's related to quantum information science, we probably have someone who is at least partially related to it at IQC. You can find more information about what each supervisor does at this website listed here at the bottom. If you search IQC supervisors, it should pop up. We have also recently launched a course-based master's, so if you're interested in it from the physics side, not sure if you want to hop into research, want to build some skills, we have a course-based master's in experimental quantum technology. It just finished its first run. We just had our first round of graduates at the end of August. It's 8 courses over 12 months. You leave with a master's in physics with a specialization in experimental quantum technology. There are options for independent research projects, and we've also launched 3 lab courses. So you do gain hands-on experience with quantum control systems using NMR, optics and photonics, as well as cryogenics and low-temperature physics that you might be able to use for further PhD research in things like experimental quantum information processing platforms or for hopping right into industry afterwards. Our alumni are kind of all over the place. About half go into academia. Notably, this includes postdocs, so the stats are a little skewed. But we do have people, for example, who have graduated from IQC, gotten full-time tenured professor positions. We have people who are working high up in different quantum companies. For example, Thomas McConkey is a microwave engineer at IBM-Q. As well as people who are working on the policy side in government, such as Amy Gunther, who is working as a scientific advisor. I actually think she has a higher title now that I think about it, at DRDC. She's working on setting government policy and funding priorities for quantum technologies in Canada. So these are all the different some of the kinds of things you can do with a degree in quantum information. So how to apply varies a lot from home department to home department, so I can't give you any specific dates or any specific procedures. The application procedure is slightly different for computer science and physics and chemistry, but deadlines are generally from between mid-December and early January if you're looking to start for the traditional September time slot. Requirements and funding also vary a bit between departments. You can look at the Graduate Studies and Postdoctoral Affairs website to get a bit more information about that. Acceptances at UWaterloo are conditional upon finding a supervisor. So what happens is you apply to the Graduate Studies program, and then you are told, okay, you're in, you need to find a supervisor. At that point, the departments do help you with that process of finding a supervisor. So don't feel that you need to have a supervisor lined up before you apply, but when you start with a supervisor lined up and hopping right into research. Okay, that's my 7 minutes, so going into overtime now. If you are interested in getting kind of a preview of research, I highly recommend checking out the Undergraduate School on Experimental Quantum Information Processing. This is a 2-week summer school we run at the late May, early June, 2 weeks of lectures as well as hands-on lab activities, really diving into quantum information science. So you'll get a chance to play around with entangled photon sources, control qubit systems, and design your own quantum algorithms using NMR techniques, figure out how low-temperature physics works, figure out how quantum algorithms work, and work with about 30 students from around the world who are really interested in quantum information science and protocols. Applications are open now, and will be open until January 3rd. There is also the option on your application to indicate that you are interested in staying at IQC for a 4-month research term. Highly encourage you to consider that if that is possible for you. Great way to get some research experience as well. So applications are open now, open to 3rd and 4th year undergraduate students. I understand that there might be a couple high school students who snuck in, probably not in the in-person crowd, but maybe in the virtual one. If you are in high school interested in learning a bit more about quantum information science, highly recommend checking out the Quantum School for Young Students. We have not launched the application yet, but we'll launch it in early November for 2023. It's a 2-week in-person experience at the University of Waterloo. Both it and the undergraduate program are fully funded. There are no costs. We pay for your travel. We pay for your accommodations. So there hopefully is a very, very low financial barrier to entry. For the undergraduate one, you can apply today. For the high school one, you can apply very, very soon. That'll take place next summer in August. And with that, thank you so much. I will be around for the rest of the day. You can find me either in this room or downstairs, and hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. And thank you to Vivek and the organizers for having me.
Yeah, for sure.